Hello and welcome to our first official channel, our first official episode for my channel. This episode is going to focus on understanding a little bit better greatest common factors, or GCF as they're known, and how we use those to reduce fractions. Now in math, a factor are two numbers that you can multiply together to get another number. So in this example, we're going to find the factors for 12. So what two numbers can we multiply together to get the number 12? Well, one that we always know we can start out with is 1. So we can multiply 1 by 12. We can do 2 times 6. 3, we can use 3 times 4. And we know that 4 also works because 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 either works. So we know we can stop. Once we have a repeating set of numbers, we know we can stop. So in this case, the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Now, if we want to find factors for a given set of numbers, let's say 4 and 12, and we want to find the common factors or the greatest common factor for 4 and 12. So we're going to find the factors for 4, we're going to find all the factors for 12. So for 4 we have 1 and 4, we have 2, and we don't need to write down 2 times 2 twice, so we just write it once. We have a repeating number, we know we can stop. For our factors for 12, which we just did, we've got 1 and 12, we've got 2 and 6, we've got 3 and 4 and 3 we already know it works, so we know we can stop. Now to find the greatest common factor, what that means is we want to find out of these two sets of numbers what are common factors, or what are numbers that you see, or factors that you see in each of these numbers. So in 4 and 12 we've got 1, we have 2, and we have 4. So the greatest common factor, or GCF as we call it, for 4 and 12, the answer is 4. Now, we use greatest common factor to help us reduce fractions. Reducing, or sometimes also known as to simplify a fraction, means that no number except 1 can be divided into the numerator and the denominator. So in this case, in 3/9, we want to ask ourselves, what is the biggest number that can be divided into 3 and into 9 so that we reduce it as much as we can? So that's what we use greatest common factor for. So we want to find all the factors for 3 and all the factors for 9. So in 3 we've got 1 and 3. Those are the only numbers that work. 2 doesn't work. 3 we know works. We know we can stop. Factors for 9, we've got 1 and 9. We've got 3 and 3. So common factors between the two, we've got 1 and we've got 3. So now we know that the biggest number that can be divided into 3 and into 9 is 3. So after we divide both the 3, our numerator and our denominator, by 3, we get the answer 1/3. Now this is really helpful, especially when you're dealing with much larger numbers or much larger fractions. In this case, 24/28. We want to figure out what is the biggest number that can be divided into 24 and into 28. So we're going to find the greatest common factor for those two numbers. So our factors for 24, we've got 1, 24, we've got 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. 5 doesn't work. So let's find the factors for 28. 1, 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7, and that is it for that one. So now we find common factors between the two. So between 24 and 28 we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 4, and no others. So we know that the greatest common factor, or the biggest number that we can divide into both 24 and 28, is the number 4. So after we divide both our numerator and denominator into 4, and we get the answer 6/7. That's it for this episode. Hope that we have a better understanding of greatest common factors and how we use them to reduce fractions. Until then, have a great one, and we'll see you soon. Bye.